So I actually have a meeting tomorrow with Trina, and I would like her to just check out the application. I know it's not a lot yet, but there's a couple of pages. There's some products she can check out. So I want to kind of deploy the application to Firebase. So that pretty much means that what I want to do is I want to end up having it hosted right here on Firebase. So let's do that this lesson. So in order to get this hosted, I just need to go to the Get Started page, and it seems I need some tools from Firebase to get started. Most of it I already installed on my machine, but let's just go and do it anyway. I'll go and execute the command npm install globally Firebase Tools, and it'll install some tools for me that I can use to communicate to Firebase. Now I'm not talking about Angular Fire here, I'm talking about tools for talking directly with Firebase actually. Now that is done, I'll do the next step. Right here, it seems I need to log into Firebase, and again, it's probably something you already did when you installed Angular Fire, but let's just do it anyway. Notice I'm already logged in. If you're not logged in, it'll just ask you for your Gmail login information, and you'll be at the same step I'm at right now. The next thing is I want to do an initialization of a new thing for the Firebase setup I have, the Firebase project. It's going to ask me what do you want to do, and I have a few choices right here. I don't want to work with the database, that's already running. Don't know functions, no storage or emulators. Right now it's about hosting, so I'll space that out so that I can actually start host. I'll say yes. Do you want to use an existing projects? Yes, I do want to use an existing project. It goes and gets all my different projects up there, and let's see what the name was for my project right here. Let's just go back right here and see the name for the project. The name is actually Hairdresser Salon, right? So that's the name I'm looking for. Is it in here? There it is, Hairdresser Salon. I'll grab this one. And then it starts asking me some pretty relevant questions right here. The first one is, where's the directory that you want me to publish? And in our case, it's under dist and then the name for your project. So I have to put that in here. So I'll say dist / and then you have to put in the right name right here. It's Hairdresser Salon in my case. So this is where I'm going to grab the data from, right? This is where my build resides for my project. So I'll build it again in a second, but I just want to show you guys this. I'll press enter right here. There we go. By the way, if this is not here, you have to do an ng build and then do -- prot in the end. It asks me, should I rewrite all the URLs? Is this a single page application? You'll say yes, it is a single page. I'm using Angular. Do you want me to overwrite the index file that already exists in here? You'll say no, don't overwrite it. It's very important you don't overwrite that one. And now you kind of get an updated version of your Firebase JSON and the Firebase RC right here. Now if you didn't have that dist folder, you need to do an ng build right here and do a -- prot. Now it's going to grab the information you have available inside your environment file. Let me show you this file right here. And notice right now I don't have any information about Firebase, so I need to make one change right here, and that is actually I need all of the Firebase relevant information and put it in there. Let me show you what happens if I don't. Just to kind of show you guys what will actually happen if you don't put that in there, you'll actually get an error. So yay, happy days. At least you know that you're missing the Firebase property right here. So I'll copy that property. There we go. I'll take it from the development environment setup. I'll copy that property right here, and I'll put it into the production specific setup. And now I can actually do the prot, and it'll actually delete this dist folder that I already have. It'll recreate a new one. It'll build the entire project. It will minify whatever it can. It'll create the JavaScript files, also the smaller versions, the submodules. It'll prepare itself for lazy loading. It'll set up the right index file. It'll do everything for you. This is the power of working with a framework like Angular or React or something like that. It'll build everything for you. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. It'll actually also create ways to work in older browsers for you if you don't have the support for newer ECMAScript versions. So it'll do really a lot of work. And these are the files that I ended up with right here. All of these files. Now I need to deploy them to Firebase, which is the final step. And if you follow the guide right here, let's just see if I can actually see the guide for hosting again. There we go. Next. The final step would actually be to say Firebase deploy right here. And that means that I'm going to deploy my application. And again, it looks in the folder called dist. and it takes all the files from this folder, Hairdresser Salon, and it just publishes them to my actual, notice right here it says, I'm taking 14 files from Hairdresser Salon and I'm creating a server, and now you can go and check it out right here on the Firebase app component.com right here, and hopefully we'll see the same application that we made with the 2 different pages right here running live. And I'm now going to call Trina and ask her to just open it, get her first sense of it, and maybe try and just click between the 2 pages. Yes, I didn't make that much, but I'm busy, right? I'm doing the best I can. But now she can at least see a live version and just give me some feedback. And of course, this makes sense as the application starts to grow. Before the meeting, she can click around and give me feedback. So let's end it right there. You just deployed your first application to Firebase. So now we are completely done. See you next time, where we'll actually start diving into more features. Have fun.